Good morning and welcome to a very special edition of the mid-morning after 10 but still just before lunch show. I'm your host Brady Powers, and actually right behind me is Big Tex because we are at the Texas State Fair today.
State Fair, yes!
What are you guys wearing though?
Woo, we're at the Texas State Fair. You're wearing a suit. It's hot sun, hot suit. What are you doing?
I'm being professional.
Fair.
Okay, calm down. Okay, fair.
Literally
Yes.
so excited.
We're missing somebody though.
I don't think so. One, two. There's four of us here.
State Fair.
Okay, whatever. Who is that?
Nobody.
Guys, where are you? I'm by the big burrito.
Well, let's get down to the midway and see what mischief we can get ourselves.
Let's go to the fair.
Ooh, corn dogs.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to the mid-morning show. But sadly, you guys are sitting in class, and we are here at the State Fair of Texas, at the Midway, where there's games, prizes, great food, and even rides like this one, where I'm actually tall enough to ride. But unfortunately, I won't have that same luck for many others. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Anyways, it's going to be a great show, guys. We got Todrick Hall on the show later in our interview. We're also going to be featuring one of his music videos from Straight Outta Oz. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great show. Let's kick it to Ty Bowman and the Sackland Symphony.
Okay, so I'm here with Luis. Luis, whenever you sell something to someone, do you ever just think to yourself, you're like, wow, I maybe just took 5 years off that guy's life?
Pick a duck up, you show me the bottom. Whatever letter is on the bottom, that's the prize you get.
S. So I won S. Delicious, but potentially a killer. I'm not winning. I haven't seen a single big prize in there. Everything has been small.
I'm here in front of the famous butter sculpture here at the State Fair, where the theme's actually a cow. It takes over 1,000 pounds of butter. And my question is, if butter comes from cows, what's this come from? We're actually here in the cattle department, right? I'm not a big country boy, so kind of explain to me what you're doing right now.
All right, well, just being a fellow country boy and a worshiper of John Wayne and Johnny Cash myself, we really try our very best to just present the best cattle that we can in the best way possible. So, you know, we'll groom them, wash them, feed them like what they need, like the right protein and fat balance and all that stuff. And pretty much just try to build the ideal animal for a market standpoint.
All right, he's a biggin. I like it.
One of them.
What's his name? Is it Bevo or?
Yeah, I just call him a steak or prime rib, whatever.
Boris, how are you enjoying the fair? All right, playing tough now, are we? You know, this morning I had an omelet with bacon.
I'm here at the music hall at Fair Park, home to Dallas Summer Musicals, where traveling Broadway acts take their talents to Dallas audiences. Speaking of Broadway acts, we'll be sitting down with television personality, YouTube star, music star, and Broadway star Todrick Hall later on in the show. Ty, where have you been?
Oh, hey, Brady. I was looking.
What have I told you about wandering up? Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We're here in downtown Dallas at the Sheraton Hotel with Todrick Hall. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So nervous right now.
Yes,
it's incredible being with you.
Hi, it's incredible being with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So for the viewer who's watching who doesn't know you, can you just tell me kind of like what you do, like on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I'm fabulous when I wake up in the morning.
Absolutely.
I wake up like this. This is my pajamas, actually. You guys caught me off guard. I was on American Idol. I'm a Broadway actor, but mostly people know me from YouTube. I make YouTube videos, and I just try to make every single day count. That's what I do.
Absolutely. So you just released Straight Outta Oz, a big album. Like, what was your, I guess, inspiration behind that?
My inspiration was three things. Funny that you should ask. First off, Hamilton, the musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is so awesome.
Yes.
I love it. He tells the story of our country with a whole cast of immigrants. Number two was Zootopia, which was Disney's movie, and I thought it was so awesome and groundbreaking. Like, all the subject matter from that movie I felt like was so necessary and so current and relevant with what's happening in America today. So I really applaud Disney for that. And then the third thing was Beyonce's album, Lemonade.
Beyonce.
Huge Beyonce fan.
Absolutely.
Who's not?
The track with Kendrick Lamar was just, I love that one.
I love every single song on that album, and the combination of those three things made me want to make Straight Outta Oz. And also just my love for The Wizard of Oz. It's my favorite story.
What age did you decide you wanted to perform?
When I was 8 years old, I got tested for the Gifted and Talented program at my elementary school in Plainview, Texas. It's such a small town. And they gave us 6 boxes, and you had to turn those boxes into things. And the boxes just had like little squiggly abstract lines. And I turned mine into Dorothy the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, Lion the Witch, and Glinda, and they put me into the Gifted and Talented program. And my teacher from that class, her daughter owned a dance studio called Tip Tap Toes, and I started taking dance class there, and I never looked back. I loved it.
This is your passion, basically, yeah.
It's my passion. It's the only thing that I like to do. And Sister Act 2 was my favorite movie growing up, and Whoopi Goldberg says in that movie, what do you want to do every morning when you wake up? And I think this should apply to everybody, not just people who want to be performers. But she said, what is the first thing you think of the moment you wake up? And whatever that is, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm a high school student, and I want to go down this pathway. What's some steps I need to take to, get to where you are now?
I would just say follow your dreams and your passion. Like, I think in this world that we live in, we're so, it's ingrained in us in such a young age to follow a blueprint and to go to college to do this and marry someone at this age or whatever. And I think that every person should follow their own path. That's why I like The Wizard of Oz so much, because the Yellow Brick Road has such an epic meaning. And I think we're all traveling down a yellow brick road going in different directions. And you can either choose to follow the signs, or you can choose to meet people along the way that help you get to another destination, like a different route. And I think there's a million ways to get to the same destination. I like anybody who breaks boundaries and breaks the mold and is outside the box. And might explain why I'm wearing this ridiculous outfit
The
today.
fit is fire.
No, I love it.
It's
awesome.
deny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys approve. I was very nervous.
Kicking it back to Straight Outta Oz, little birdie, little word on the street said, you got this done in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 4 weeks of writing the songs, 2 weeks of filming.
Yeah.
And that's like an hour's worth of music, right?
Yeah, it's very difficult. This is the thing. I think when you're in the zone and when God puts something on your heart that you need to create, it's very easy for you to just you'll surprise yourself with what you're able to accomplish in a very short amount of time. And this was on my heart so strongly. I had to write this music. It was the story of my life, and it was real struggles and things that I was afraid to talk about. It was on my heart, and I had to share this story because I was if I feel this way so strongly, there's so many people who must be in these same shoes. I was writing the songs and shooting videos at the same time. But I think when you really believe in something, you should dive off the cliff head first with no parachute and just hope and pray that your wings are going to come out and you're going to fly. And if you don't believe in it that much, then I don't think you should be doing it.
Yeah, there's no way. I would need my beauty sleep. I don't know. 2 to 3 hours sleeping, just taking naps.
Yeah, because he doesn't wake up like this. He has to.
Oh, it takes me a while.
How much preparation did it take to get to the final product today? Well, the audience has to know.
Probably an hour and a half. Probably an hour and a half. How about you? You woke up like
You woke
this?
up. He said
This is my pajamas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So who are some of like the coolest like celebrities you've ever worked with? Who are your favorite?
Well, Beyonce, first of all, she found me on social media. I got a call, and they were like, Beyonce wants you to choreograph one of her videos.
That's so awesome.
But then I got to work with her, and it was so eye-opening because she's so hands-on, and you see like firsthand the reason why she's such a huge, like, iconic legend. Taylor Swift is a close friend of mine, and I love her, and she found me on YouTube as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Seriously, that's awesome for having you.
Thank you for having me. I will come back every time you call me. I will stop what I'm doing.
That's
like, sorry,
bet.
Taylor,
We
I
might
can't
have to
hang
come
out
visit
with you.
Yeah, we might have to come visit you in New York.
That would be
We'll
awesome.
come.
Yeah.
Let me
New
know.
York, LA, wherever you're at.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. This
Take
is
us
a
on
pact.
tour.
We're
Let's
making
do
right
it.
now that this
You'll
is
see
not
us
our last
again.
interview.
You'll
It's
see us
gonna
again.
happen. Okay, I believe it.
Thank you so much. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial break. We're actually going to show you a video of Todrick's. Stay tuned.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He's a brainless, heartless coward with no power. That's just another trick of his. He ain't no whiz, so don't feed his fire. Jump in my balloon, I'll take you higher. Take you somewhere over the rainbow. Get your ticket to the show. Heels click and here we go. Cause you already know there's no place like 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 home is where the heart is. Some brainiacs will tell you home is where your house and car is. But if you're brave enough to love the ones you hate the hardest, you might find, cause sometimes home is where your deepest scars. Society will try to cast you where they think your part is. Give awards and accolades to what they think a star is. But go find your, pay no attention to the lies they try to feed ya. It's a wicked, twisted fable. He's not stable. It's just another box of tricks across line. Good dreams go wasted. Hungry for the fame, don't let him taste it. He's been stealing dreams 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'ma tell the story my way, cause the only way home ain't on this yellow brick highway. No place like, there's no place like, there's no place like, there's no place like. And if you're lost out there in the night, wishing on stars, wondering who you are, just know that you're never alone. And there's no place like home. And we gon' fight and we gon' cry, and I'm gon' fight for you until I die. Right there is right where you belong. And there's no place like home. Attention to the men who'll try to change you. He's a dark, familiar stranger, but that's the danger. The storm is strong, but it won't be long. And no matter where you roam, there's no place like home.
Well, that's going to do it here at the Mid-Morning Show. It was such a blast. We'd like to thank Todrick Hall, of course, for being on the show, the whole State Fair of Texas. It was so fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did, and we'll see you guys in just a few weeks. Make sure to use your tickets. Come to the State Fair on Monday, and we'll see you guys next time here from the Mid-Morning Show.